Hello everyone, Christian here. Designing your store can be a lot of fun actually. Hard work, sure. Now, did you know that there are several things that you want to make sure that you check off in order to have your store operating at 100%? Let's go over 7 things that you need to do before launching your store. Organization is key when starting a new business. If you're about to or have launched a new Shopify store recently, make sure that you go through this video and make sure that you check off all these things that we're going to be talking about today. We aren't going to touch on the obvious things like adding your products, designing your store. Hopefully you've done all those things already, added your custom domain, all those sort of things that you have to do in order to launch your store. These are things that just go maybe a little bit above and beyond what you would consider normal or what Shopify actually gives you as things to check off, right, within the dashboard. Now, the first thing that you want to do is review your checkout experience and payment options. Before even trying to get people to your store, you absolutely need to ensure that your checkout actually works. I've seen so many people launching stores and not placing a test order. So going through the whole process will give you some insight as to what's missing, right? You will actually be in the customer's mind when you go through that. So some things to look out for are shipping rates showing up. Can you apply discount codes? Can the shopper edit the cart content after they've added to it? Is there an option for order tracking? Are you getting email notifications and confirmations right after you place that? All these things are crucial. These are just little things to look out for, and there's a lot more things, right? You want to think about when you shop with Amazon, right? What are those subtle things that Amazon always does that you just take for granted, right? That you might not be doing for your store. Next up is add any additional sales channels. So customers nowadays actually expect an omni-channel experience from brands. That means that you need to do a good job of appearing, at least, right, to be everywhere. So with Shopify sales channels, you can actually just do that. You have the opportunity to sell on Amazon, Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and a lot more. This is something that you don't want to neglect. And it may be a little bit daunting, right, at first to have to be on all these places, but start small. Start with maybe the typical Facebook and Instagram initially, and then move on and expand from that. Just don't make your store and just call it a day. Now, do know that all these sales channels, they all funnel back to Shopify. So you don't have to worry about having to have your products on Facebook, having your products on TikTok, having your products on Amazon, and then having to sort of handle shipping from all these different platforms. Everything should funnel through all back to Shopify, which just makes it a lot easier. All right, so we got 2. Now, before we move on to the third one, I just want to say bienvenidos. My name is Christian Piñon, one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding. We're an e-commerce growth agency that specializes in helping clothing stores grow and scale profitably online. We drop new videos every week. We don't miss. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. All right, so the third thing that you want to make sure that you check off is reviewing your email notification settings and the templates. Shopify does take care of several automated emails, but you want to make sure that you actually customize them before launch. So you can also set up an email marketing app like Klaviyo and use additional flows. So things like welcome series or abandoned carts or order confirmation and shipping notifications. So all these things you can do within Shopify, but you can also use, like I said, something like Klaviyo, which we've recently started making some videos on Klaviyo flows and automations and all that kind of stuff. So you can check out those videos here. All right, so number 4 is to make sure that you do a content audit. This will ensure that you haven't committed any spelling or grammar mistakes, which happen from time to time. And usually working your way backwards will help you catch errors. So starting from the bottom of the page and working all your way up will actually give you sort of a different perspective, right? And you might be able to catch errors a little bit easier, or you can use a tool like Grammarly, which you can install in your browser and automatically checks for certain things. Also, on the technical side of things, you want to make sure that all the links are working properly. You want to ensure that all images and videos load correctly, and also ensure that your website looks and functions great on mobile devices and other browsers. So testing it on Safari versus Chrome versus Edge. Now, I want to let you in a little secret. We're using a tool called Triple Whale for all of our clients. And this powerhouse of a tool allows us to see LTV for a customer at 30, 60, and 90 days. But what we're most excited about is the estimated action of customers. Yeah, you heard that right. Imagine being able to send out emails or run ad campaigns to customers that are likely to actually buy from you a second or maybe say third time, and knowing actually when to send out these marketing messages, it's very, very, very powerful. Triple Whale centralizes the metrics from all the tools that you're using right now into just one place. They simplify, they inform, and they save you time. Make sure that you check out the link in the description below. Now, speaking of analytics tools, this is the next one, is add some analytic tools. Analytics are crucial to track from day one. Yeah, you heard that right. Even from day one, when you don't have any traffic at all, make sure that you have these installed. This data is super valuable to you. Now, Shopify does have their own analytics built in, but you might also want to add something like Google Analytics or the Google Search Console, Triple Whale, which we just talked about, and even consider doing something like Hotjar, which will record your visitors' time on your site and allow you to make changes based on where users are getting stuck. Super, super powerful. Besides that, Hotjar has a bunch of other features that you definitely want to be able to use on your store. And it gives you insight that the analytics, Google Analytics, like none of these other tools will give you. There's a link in the description below too. All right, next one is optimize images. Slow loading images can hurt your website users' experience and performance. Also, slower load times have been shown to lower conversion rates. Now, Shopify does some magic in the back end, right, to ensure that images load quickly, but there are a couple things that you can do as well. So make sure that you're using good descriptive alt tags, reducing the size of images. If you are loading an image that just occupies like 100 pixels by 100 pixels, there's no need to upload something that's 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels. Just pay attention to some of those things, and you want to ensure that you're using the correct file types as well. So JPEG for images, PNGs for graphics. Hey, if you're liking this video so far, make sure that you hit that like button. Now, coming to number 7 and last is to install only the essentials. There are tons of apps in the Shopify App Store, and you might be tempted to add everything you come across. But a good rule of thumb is to install apps that help you with marketing, customer support, and conversion. If you want to check out some apps that we have recommended, I would definitely check out this video here next, and see you on the next.